So my name's Karen Hadfield, and I've been a writer, performer, artistic director. I've worked with a lot of community art programs, a lot with migrants, a lot with refugees, and a lot of my own work was based around the notion of home. So I've moved around the world, and I came to Morocco quite by accident. My cousin was coming to here, and I actually wanted to go to Turkey for a holiday, but I ended up in Morocco. And I came down to the desert and to this region, which is near Erfoud Risani in the Tafilalet region of Morocco. And I went out into the dunes for 3 days, walking with camels and camping. And on the first morning of waking in the middle of the dune, I had this kind of epiphany. And I remember I was just in tears, just quiet tears, and I realised I was home. And I did settle in Australia for 30 years, but it never felt like home. I made very good friends there, but it was never my home. But also nor was England, where I was born. I've had this sensation before when I was about 20, when I went to Greece, and I felt a great affinity with Greece. And I thought that maybe that's where I belonged, but I was too young to settle anyway. And I lived in New York for a while, but that ended up not being home because I had to explain myself, well, my sense of humour too much. But here, I've always been an outsider, so now I'm here, I am an outsider, rather than feeling like an outsider. So I feel more comfortable in my outsider status, in a place where it's okay to be an outsider.
The poor cook, he got the fits and threw away all my grits. And then he took and he ate up all of my corn. Sheriff John Stoner, why don't you give me a boner? Yeah, yeah. Well, I feel so broke up, I wanna go home.
My name is Carmen Sivakiso, and I'm here at Cafe Tissardmine, half on vacation, half volunteer work helping out Karen. Well, I've come from Melbourne in Australia. Geographically, that's where I've travelled from. For a while I've been trying to figure out for myself what I regard as home, or what home even is, or if having a home is necessary. I happy to call Melbourne my home because that's where I was born, that's where I was brought up, that's where I live. But I don't feel very Australian. Otherwise, my alternative home from Australia would be either Lebanon or Syria.
I met him at the candy store. He turned around and smiled at me. You get the picture? Yes, we see. That's when I fell for the liter of soda. Get it?
I'm not sure what to call myself. I'd say I live in Australia, but I'm from the Middle East. Where my home is something I'm trying to figure out right now. There are lots of reasons or excuses for me to claim an area as home. I always had an inkling towards Australia, and when I was younger I'd always say like, I'm Australian, I'm English, but now I can't correlate with that at all. And I don't want to.
Well, my name's Nico, and I've known Karen since I was as young as I can remember, a child. I've lived in the same house for 20 years since I was born, and that's just where I grew up, where I learnt to walk and do everything. So for me, that's just home in the strictest sense. For me, it's down to where I have the most childhood memories in terms of forming as a person, and even just physical stuff as a kid. Those memories always relate to that backyard and that area. So for me, that is, if you're looking the definition of what a home is, that is it, because that's what it's been for so long. I don't think so much home has shaped me as who I am. It's more the location of my home and the setting of the home. Because when I think of home, I think of it in a physical sense. Well, currently for me, this is home, but it's not the first home. It's not the home that you think of where you meet someone and they say, so where's home? I'm not going to say home is here, I'm going to say home is Australia, because that gives that person a basis of where you're from. But here I do feel at home, like I feel comfortable within here, the same comfortability I have at home, but it's not the same location. But I guess the main difference is where your mum is. My mum's home, so that's why there's a major difference between there and here.
I don't like you, but I love you. It seems that I'm always thinking of you, though. You treat me badly. I love you so very madly. You really got a hold on me. I said you really got a hold on me. Now, baby,